go easy, he said. Life all going on in my head. Push, fight, resist, realign.
Welcome to the Indie Tea Talk podcast. I'm Adam and this is Kitty, your host for a journey into indie music across the north. Tune in as we share a brew with some of the most exciting indie artists around, exploring their unique melodies and creating a space where you can discover your favourite music like never before. And whilst you're here, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a massive help to us and also the amazing artists that we feature. Today on the Indie Tea Talk podcast, we are joined by an artist who's lived several musical lives already and now shaping up for his most personal chapter yet. Will Underwood first made his mark fronting the band Dusk between 2015 and 2019, playing sold-out shows across the north, opening for idols, stepping onto stages like 100 Club and Leeds O2 Academy at just 17. Since then, he's built a career as a session guitarist, freelance producer, and working with artists across the UK. In 2022, Will introduced his solo project, Asante Sana, releasing a run of singles that led to his debut EP. Most recently, he's been exploring DJing, taking the project to spaces and shows across London and beyond. So, please welcome into the studio, Asante Sana. Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. You all right?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I've got my tea here.
Perfect. which we need
I
today.
love how excited you are about your tea. Will got in the car this morning. He was like, I got my tea. I was like, yeah, okay. You know where it's at.
A must.
It's must, especially on days like today, because
It is cold.
To timestamp it, we're experiencing quite a lot of snow around the studio today, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a snowy day.
Yeah. Kitty was very excited coming in.
I love the snow.
I've literally had to plough a path in the snow from the gate to the door. So
Yeah. I also got out the car and stood straight in the deep snow anyway because I was really excited
I came in
about
with
it.
some snow in my shoes. It's always a good way to start.
absolutely, wet socks.
Yeah.
Wet socks in a semi-cold studio, which is slowly warming up.
We've got
Warming
the
up
fire
now.
on.
Yeah, the fire's
Tea.
on. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very cosy.
Yeah. Bit of a crackle in the background. That's
Yeah.
the fire. So you were fronting Dusk from a pretty young age.
Yeah.
While playing some pretty huge shows. What was it like stepping into that world so quickly?
Very seamless. I mean, we were in our own little bubble, really. I think the four of us, and we had a lot of support from our parents and things like that. So it all kind of it went really, really well, really nicely. I think we were also just really enjoying it. Or I was. I could speak for myself, but it was just really exciting at the time. Like I think we were just just wrapped up in it, and it was fun.
I suppose sometimes, like when it happens so quickly like that, you don't know anything else.
No.
So you kind of you don't have the chance to be like, oh, this is crazy. If
Yeah,
this has happened,
yeah.
it's like,
It is
this
mad.
just...
Like I can remember
That
era of Dusk. Growing up in York. But, it is crazy.
I think when you're, because it was kind of like a 2-year period. We were sort of not doing a whole lot for the first couple of years, like trying to string songs together. And then there was like a 2-year period where we were gigging a lot, and that all kind of happened. But I feel like when you're 16, 17, time is it doesn't feel as quick as it now goes.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like a gradual progression over that time. It was a natural.
We should also maybe voice that. So we had Harvey Semple on recently, who's one of Will's really close friends.
Yeah.
But the era that Harvey was talking about of the kind of Glass Traps, Mallrats, like that kind of, it's the same kind of era.
Yeah.
And I do think like Harvey said the same, that he was like, man, we were just really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's how I think
Really were.
speaking with you and Noah Hindle and Fraser and Harvey, like all you boys were just like living your best lives in bands.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
We were having our own little dream world.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody. It was good times.
So touching upon that, you opened for idols, which is crazy. Especially now, I actually think probably to look back on that's even more crazy. And played venues like the 100 Club, which is massive, Leeds O2. And I guess at 17 that's a lot to process, but how do you look back on it? I know that you've saying you had a great time, but is there any like key moments looking back on it that you can touch upon?
Yeah, I remember walking into the Leeds O2 for like sound check, you know, when you see it empty, it almost feels very different to like and the scale of that
it's a bloody big space, isn't it?
It's a big space. The scale of that, when we I remember the four of us walking at, you know, little pubescent lads, like, so just like, oh my god, are we really doing
love
this
Leeds
tonight?
too, as well. I think it's a really good one.
We've mentioned this before, like, it's one of my favourites in Leeds, I think.
I have a story, actually.
Oh, go. We love a story.
Our guitarist forgot to bring my guitar to that gig.
Stop it.
Yeah, he did.
So what did you do?
Not happy.
What did you do?
Did you throw a diva fit?
No, I mean, I think I took it quite well. But I'm sorry, Hugh, I am outing you on this podcast. But
was it Hugh that forgot it? Wow.
Yeah. Luckily, because I've got my jazz master, and the guy, there was another band who we knew also from York, and he had the Kurt Cobain Jaguar, and I was like, close enough. So, but I did hit the kill switch like halfway through the first song, and that took, like, there was like a second where I was like, no, but I figured it out.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was all good.
Stressful.
In the end. Yeah, it was a bit.
An emotional roller coaster.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
And I suppose it throws you a bit off balance because you're used to like your own guitar's isms.
Yes,
it's got its own character, and it feels a certain way in your hands, and
definitely.
So
but the Jaguar was kind of close enough, I think.
And pretty cool.
Yeah, I was happy to play it for sure. Yeah.
So Dusk ran from 2015 to 2019. When that chapter kind of ended, what did you feel like you needed to do next as a musician? Where did you go from that point?
I was a bit lost.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in another band, but it just never really materialised like that. And then I think also being in our cosy little bubble in York for all those years, I then went off to Manchester and, you know, was surrounded by so many great musicians, and sort of figuring out what my place was within all of that was definitely like, I mean, I don't know if I ever really achieved it. But it definitely, you know, made a big difference. But I think that was the point where I realised how closely I was stuck to guitar, particularly.
Right, okay.
I'd picked up a few instruments and have done down the ways, but I'm always back to the guitar. And even though I was front in the band, and I do love songwriting, I feel like guitar is kind of where, you know, I feel like that's my instrument. It always has been. So yeah, that's where I met someone called Lewis Ross Robson, who Kitty knows.
Big ups.
And
actually, we should get Lewis on.
You definitely should, and I started. I mean, we just, you know, we got on really well, and I started playing like lead guitar for him.
Right.
And then he was on his own journey, which kind of I got sort of happily sucked into for a while, for quite a few years really. And that's where I kind of realised I was quite happy just sort of sitting and playing my guitar for, you know, other people, or just, you know, just being in that kind of mode. It definitely felt like less pressure. Like
I think as well,
back.
because you come from a songwriting background, I've always found like I really like massive respect for you as a guitarist, because you do always play beautiful parts. But I think because you do songwriting as well, you know the perfect placement, like you know where it's necessary, and you don't just play
not overplaying
all over stuff. And I think especially for someone like Lewis, like his songs are quite vulnerable, and you play into that with your guitar playing. So I can see how you can fit quite comfortably in something like that, because it's like it's where you thrive. Like you know that so well.
That's very kind, thanks. Yeah, I do. I think that was part of the journey, as well as, I mean, half of learning when not to play is just as important.
It's a massive part.
And I feel like any musician, you know, I feel like being good at an instrument is, in my opinion, no more than sort of 30-40% technique. But it's the way that you think about it is much more important than it's getting a feel
for the song. It's like some, you know, I've spoke to people in the past who've written for other people or been session musicians for other people, and if you don't feel it, if you don't feel that song that you're trying to put your part on, then it's very difficult for you to really give your best because like you're saying, it's not just oh well, I know where the notes are on the guitar. It's like I know how to like push and pull against the melody and and where the emphasis needs to be, you know, where the emotion is and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's the bit that you can't really go to uni or college and learn. That's something that you've got to be able to feel inside, which is where great music comes from. It's like you say, it's the bits that you don't play. I think also a lot of it, you know, speaks for the relationship between the two people that play together, and also your relationship with yourself. If you're sitting there, you know, doing it, you know, on your ones. I think that's why you see so many great bands come together who have grown up together. That understanding is like it makes a big difference. The shared value of what you're trying to produce.
Do you think working as a session guitarist and a freelance producer has like changed, or it changed your relationship with music? Because I guess pre that you'd done bands, right? Yeah, definitely. I think naturally, as well as you get older, like everything becomes a little bit more eclectic. Like I was definitely, until I got out of my teens, maybe without really realizing it, sort of closed off. Like definitely until I was like, I don't know, 16, 17-ish. It was like, if it's not got a guitar in it, I'm not interested. And then you listen to like Gangstar and you're like, okay, here we go. Like, you know, and then things start to change. So yeah, I mean, I think also producing particularly, it changes what you think is possible, like what the kind of sound is possible. I think it changes what you hear in music as well when you listen to music. If you've done production, you like, I'm so bad for being like, wow, this kick drum is amazing. I wonder what sound they use. You do. I feel like it changes your relationship with music in that respect. 100%.
Before you know it, you've got like the dog mic'd up and you're like drumming on it. You know what I mean?
Why not? So I mean, I assume then that time away from creating in for a personal sort of project has massively shaped what Asante Sana is.
Asante Sana.
Asante Sana.
It's
my dyslexia strikes again. Asante Sana eventually has become then. Yeah,
definitely. I think, I mean, even the fact that I've been doing, a couple of years ago, I had a New Year's resolution, which was to work with as many people as humanly possible.
I feel like so many people did that as well.
You had that as well.
Me and Harv spoke about this too, where it was like, so I think it was a post-lockdown thing as well, where you're like, oh my god, I just want to make music with everyone.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely so I think that changed. You know, I becoming like find a collaboration within something that was inherently kind of my own was like a nice process, and I think I brought it. I mean, obviously, when you work with anyone, it brings something different to the whole thing. But yeah, what was the question? I'm sorry, I've got lost on like a tangent.
No, it's fine. I was just asking how that time away kind of shaped what your solo projects now become.
I mean, it definitely I think it changed the way I thought about songwriting massively, because I kept writing songs but not knowing what to do with them, or not knowing what kind of outlet they were supposed to sort of fit into. Should I be sitting here with just a guitar and playing them like that, or should I be taking them into like a studio space and trying to make them sound like, you know, trip hop or whatever, which is like a lot of, I think, been a big influence on the things that I've kind of settled on and have released or am about to release. And that was definitely part of the process. I think I got quite frustrated by finishing songs, just me and a guitar, and then trying to take them into that, because you kind of lose the discovery aspect. Like you're finding it as you go along. It's like, I've kind of already found it, and it's not really translating properly. So then I kind of let that go, and I think it took me into more of a electronic space, because I'm like discovering it through the computer, and I've got the keyboard, and I've like learned how to play keys, and that opens up a whole nother world of what you can, the sounds you can kind of make. And definitely I think that's reflected on this debut EP, is that the whole thing sounds a lot less guitar influenced than realistically it probably was.
Right.
Yeah, because also Will and I were having this conversation in the car on the way, saying we were just chatting like, "Oh, how's your music going?" La la la, and trying to amalgamate all the songs you make, especially if you come from a guitar background or a singer-songwriter kind of background, and then you suddenly start to learn how to produce and you have access to all these sounds, and like it's really hard to amalgamate the two. But then also, I've had a lot of conversations with people recently where they're like, well, why do you need to just release? Like Connor Hirons was saying this to me the other day about, he was like, well, have you listened to Billie Eilish's latest album? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you like it? I was like, yeah, I love it. He was like, well, there's literally everything on that.
Yeah.
Like no two songs sound the same. So I think sometimes you can force yourself into like boxing yourself in when actually just release it.
Yeah,
like,
overthinking is the curse. Like thinking that it has to sound like something is, you know, that letting that go has definitely been a big thing for me. And then it's very liberating once you kind of get there though.
And I'm
It's
so
like,
glad you've done that as well, because like obviously I love your production and have loved working with you, but then hearing you play guitar again and like your kind of more vulnerable songs are so lovely. It's like, oh hey, Will's back.
Full circle.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that though. It's
Well,
nice to come full circle.
I suppose it's that time where we need to.
It's the time you're excited for.
Yeah.
We're talking about teas.
We're
We
talking
are.
about tea, man. We're talking about tea.
Nice.
It's what we're all here for. I have it on good authority.
Yeah.
So, if you or your music was a flavour of tea, what would it be and why?
Oh man. Spice Christmas? No.
Spice Christmas.
That's such a good question. I'm gonna add Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Oh, I love an Earl Grey.
Yeah. So do I. It's mostly because it's just in my house at home, and I feel like I mean, like everybody else, but like, you know, a lot of my influences come from being a kid and like what was played around that very same house.
Yeah.
And I mean, even my name comes from like family things. So go with Earl Grey.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. So it's time to jump into your first live session. Do you want to give us a little bit of a background to what it is and what you're going to be playing?
Yeah, so this song's a song called Edinburgh. I wrote it a long time ago, actually. I think I wrote it in 2020. And it was when I was first getting together with my girlfriend. Still together now.
Aww.
And so this one's basically about her, really.
Lovely.
About us. And she lived in Edinburgh at the time, so it was like, you know, just...
They've also just moved in together.
We
so
have
it's
yesterday.
It's a big
big
time.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a big week.
Shout
Wow.
out Rachel Bawani.
And you've managed to get here as well. You managed to... Because I know that...
Through the snowstorm.
Through the snowstorm, travelling up from London.
I know this guy
Yeah.
moved
Like you.
house yesterday, has come from
It's been a big
London, and
week.
then has done a journey in the snow today.
Massive
with me
effort.
driving.
Say no more, say no more. Right then, let's jump into it. Thank you.
Let's go for it.
It takes two. Sometimes I wish I could be a little more like you. Sometimes I wish I could feel a little less askew. Sometimes I think I don't when I know I do. Love you too. Well, this works for me. Your hands wrapped around mine on these pebble streets. Open doors swinging in gentle breeze. Leads me to places we just might be. You pulled me under, and now I can breathe. 'Cause we're making a different dream. As the grey starts to turn to green, and you can have it all until it fades away. But when you smile, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven.
So Will, you launched Asante Sana in 2022, correct?
Yeah. Sounds right.
why did it feel important to create a separate kind of alias to your name? I always find this really interesting because I never know where I stand with it.
Yeah, yeah. I just knew I was going to do it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
because
the
you have
artists,
a pretty cool name. Will Underwood is.
People say that.
It's a pretty cool
I've never
name.
felt like that, but I know it's like my own name. But yeah, I mean, I just knew I wanted to do it. I think I looked at I was listening to a lot of King Cruel at the time. It's probably like
Right,
sometimes you assume that there's a lot of thought that goes into these kind of processes, but actually I was just like,
I just
well.
really like King Cruel.
But there was quite a few artists that I was listening to at the time, and I just liked the idea of being removed from it in a way. Like I've been watching like some podcasts recently, and you see like actors talking about the more people get to know them as like a personality, the more they feel like they're watching Ben Affleck rather than whatever character he's playing. So I feel like I just wanted it to be like something else. Like, because obviously, you know, it's just not me comparing myself to Ben Affleck, but like when it,
No, but I get what you mean, like,
start,
even your mates or
yeah,
whatever.
well, when you start, it's just bouncing around everyone you know. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, it just felt like the thing to do, really. Yeah.
Yeah,
at the
that's totally
time.
fair enough. Where does the name come from?
Yeah, so my mum grew up partly in Kenya.
Okay.
So it's Swahili for thank you very much. It was just like a saying that kind of got thrown around the house like
Oh,
as I was growing
cute.
up, and yeah,
Oh, I
like
didn't
the
know
Earl
that. I
Grey
like
tea.
that.
just like the Earl Grey tea, yeah. Taking it all from source.
Yes, yeah. So you released your debut EP early last year.
Not yet, actually.
Oh, is it early
It's
this-
early this
Early
year?
this
Yeah,
year,
2026.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
I got that wrong then. So it's coming out in February.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm all back to front with
That's
my
all right.
25s and 26s.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah.
It's early January.
Yeah.
We've got time yet.
We are.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll pull myself back in line.
Yeah.
So, what does this kind of release represent for you in your creativity?
I think, as I sort of mentioned before, I do see more guitar coming back into the sound after this release. There's guitar on it,
Right.
but there's a lot less guitar on it than anything I ever probably thought I would make.
Right.
There's more keys on it than anything else. And I'm quite looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time in the process. I mean, this EP's taken on like 4 different forms. At this
Yeah.
point.
Has it?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I started making it. I mean, I think the first song I made in 2022.
Right.
So there's like, you know, it's been like
Right at the start.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a full
I
process.
mean, the
really.
songs we did together that was a while ago now.
That was I think that was 2023 when we did those vocals.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah. So so Kitty's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
Kitty's singing on
Also,
one
did you
song.
say it's coming out in February?
Yeah.
When?
That's the plan. I think 26th.
Thought it might be
need
out
to-
for my birthday.
Oh yeah. Sorry, but I think
it's a late birthday.
Yeah, belated birthday present.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's definitely, it feels like a bit of a turning point. I mean, I don't know if I'll do another EP or I might just go straight for like an album next.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but yeah, I think not in the sense that I'm glad to see the back end of it, but I think it will feel a bit like a liberation to get the first extended project out and it's done, and then, and I'm happy with it. I think knowing when something's finished is a very tricky thing.
Oh yeah, we have this conversation.
Yeah,
so when is a project ever
you never know.
finished?
So
sometimes you just got to let it go in the world, haven't you?
Yeah, and this one's been finished for me for like a year as well. It's just been like, okay, so like, let's do some music videos or get all the stuff that goes around it, and packaging.
Yeah,
has taken a while to kind of put together, and I'm I'm pretty happy with it now,
it's all the things that people don't necessarily associate with music or see. But yeah.
So how do you approach writing a song now then, like post band, going into all the production kind of stuff, doing session work for Lewis and I'm sure many other artists, but how would you sit down to approach a song these days?
It's different every time.
I find that
I think I've definitely lent more into sort of sitting with the guitar again.
I did full circle as well. I started doing that recently. It's so
back
nice.
Around it is really nice. I think also I've kind of purposefully slightly stepped back from production a little bit, because I feel like, when something just sort of feels right, it's like I feel like I'm meant to just be back at the guitar for a little while.
I've been having this conversation recently as well.
I think like, especially when you're a bit younger, you kind of assume that whatever's happening is going to last forever. So you're sort of like, I can't go back to the guitar because I'll never go back. But I will. So so I've been doing more of that, and I think I'm definitely more confident now in my production that I definitely won't finish a song on guitar and then I feel like I could take, like, write it on the guitar and then sort of take it to the sort of desk.
Yeah, it's transferable rather than just being very separate. I've written a song on guitar and I also do production.
I think because I'm more open to having it subject to change, like, even though it's been written on the guitar, I'm perfectly happy for it to sound completely unrelated to the original form when it is finished. So... Yeah,
it's just going through the process, isn't it? Like you get a concept down and then you develop it and it becomes
blueprints.
Yeah, it becomes something. Like whichever direction you go through with it, that's just its starting point. Depending on what you had at your hands that day when you were feeling creative. Yeah,
and I mean, a lot of it. If I was making songs at the desk, I feel like a lot of it starts with like rhythm. So like it's like it very often is like beats first. I feel like that's the first thing I notice about a song. Like every time it's always rhythm, how it sort of moves. So things that would often start there. But yeah, it is different every time. Sometimes I'll have like a chord progression that I've written on like the keys or something, and then you'll start dreaming up like beats in your head a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because I find your beats they come from like a songwriter perspective. Like they're really interesting. You've always got little like shimmery sounds in there as well.
I think it's nice to try and keep them. I try and stray away from like. It's nice to make them weird, as weird as possible, without
like
making it sound weird. So that's that. One thing I never do is start with lyrics, though.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot of artists, especially ones that I take a lot of inspiration from, like Jeff Buckley, Grian Shatton. I've heard that they really start with lyrics, which is something I don't know if I could really do it, but I would love to try.
Yeah,
but I feel like sometimes you can hear
do
it.
That.
Do you do that?
Yeah. A lot of my songs come from
like a melodic hook sort of thing.
Not even like literally just a lyric that I'm like, I really like that. I want to apply that to something, and then wait till I hear something that fits, and then. Yeah.
I feel like I've had the start of that process, but never really tried to follow it through.
Yeah.
Do you feel that, obviously you've been moving more into DJing and stuff.
Yeah.
Has that had any sort of impact on your creative process? Have you been thinking about the DJing aspect of it whilst creating like in your songwriting production elements?
No. Harvey.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, gave me some good advice once, which was just like, never ever worry about how you're going to translate it live.
Yeah.
Like, just
Right, okay.
get it down. Like, don't worry about that. That's a later problem. Like, you know,
that's tomorrow me's problem.
Which is very hard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Harvey's definitely
Yeah.
act
And me
now,
too.
worry later.
yeah. But yeah, so I liked that, and I think
Yeah.
I've taken that in. But I think what has changed is it's definitely it's liberated me from, because I really love electronic music, and I think I was trying to bring some of that in, and into like the Asante Sana stuff, and I feel like it's kind of liberated me to go back to the guitar a little bit, because it's like, well, I've got that outlet there if I'm like mixing house, or whatever I'm mixing, like through that kind of scratches that itch a little bit. So I definitely feel a little bit more like liberated to kind of dive back, like not to merge the two worlds, or like not to try to.
It feels like
happen naturally.
It's become some sort of like fluid state between like your solo DJing, more production. It's like kind of all amalgamates together. I'm interested to see where you go with it.
Me too.
Like there's so many avenues.
Yeah,
and there's so
there's a
many
lot.
ways. Like I mean, coming over today and performing these tracks with a guitar, and then your new EP coming out, which is like just almost the polar opposite.
Yeah, it really
what,
is a little
of
bit.
what this is, and how they can amalgamate together. And
I'm kind of hoping the next project will be that. The sort of
the molding.
the amalgamation.
Hope so. We'll see what happens. But I mean, it also kind of makes me glad now that I did choose an alias, because then it can be like a bit of an umbrella. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So you're going to play another song for us.
Yeah, this one is called Orbit.
Orbit.
Yeah,
Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so it's like the antithesis of the other one. It's a new one. So the other one was written,
a while ago.
yeah. And this one was written really recently, so much so that I've named it.
Named
in
it today. Yeah.
You actually asked me earlier on, like, what did I call that song?
I was
again?
like, I had to write down my notes. I was like, okay, well, I guess that's what it's
I
called.
guess it's called Orbit.
So yeah,
You actually, I just want to caveat that if I can just get out of this screen and
I think
the
I know
other
what you're
screen.
gonna say.
Where are we? So you've named it
brackets.
Orbit in brackets in my head,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
which I really like, especially
Thanks.
now having a bit more of an understanding of the background of the story. It's even more full circle.
Yeah, I think this one, I mean, definitely lyrically is more representative of where I'm at now. I think like when you're younger, and especially like the other song that I played, it's sort of very close. It's like I'm pointing at things, or like this is what's happened, this is my life, like, or using like a lot of I don't know, first person experiences. This one's a lot more sort of like, it kind of comes from like, or like I'm sort of, instead of looking that way, I'm kind of looking inside. So
Lovely.
Nice.
Let's give it a listen.
Quiet, let it go easy, he said. Life all going on in my head. Push, fight, resist, realign, then bed. Start it all over again. Tell me how it feels when nose as it bleeds. Eyes all drying up like dead leaves. Silence harder than words, and now I'm breathless here. If I breathe I might burst, so detach me, then catch please. All this luggage I wouldn't let me in. And tell me how it feels when you just got to have it. And tell me how it feels when you just got to have it. And tell me how it feels when you just got to. Reach out and grab it. You've got to have it.
So you've made it all the way to the quickfire round.
Yay.
You have achieved greatness.
Don't sound so excited.
My usual caveat to the quickfire round is that I write shit quickfire questions.
Cool.
So it's your job to answer them quickly and my job to make it as hard work as possible.
Yeah.
So bearing that in mind, my first quickfire question for you is, which lyric are you most proud of?
No.
I love people
So quick
screaming
fire.
under pressure.
To be fair, I'm
man.
not going to lie. To get the brownie point, surely it has to be the,
yeah, Edinburgh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the whole song.
Just the whole
song. All of it, yeah.
Wow. That is I'm going to call cop out there. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a line? I was happy with the ones on the second song on Orbit in general. I'm trying to now recall like them in my head, and it's really,
Isn't it weird how you
really,
can't
really,
remember an
really
individual
hard.
line, but you
Yeah.
can sing a full song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird
yeah.
crazy.
That one I'm happy with, and
That's
that
good.
would be good because it was the most recent one. I
Yeah.
Little plug there.
yeah.
Boom.
So this is actually, I wasn't going to ask this one because it's a bit of a sore subject recently because you had your pedals stolen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
However,
didn't realise this when I wrote it, by the way.
Adam's just cruel, isn't
I know.
he?
Yes.
But what pedal could you never give up, even though you've given up all your pedals?
I gave up. The pedal I gave up was my TC Electronic Hall of Fame, the big one,
Right,
and I lost it. So I did give it up,
Yeah.
but not
You didn't-
voluntarily.
Well, that's the one you're
Didn't really
saddest
give it
about
up.
then.
Yeah,
Maybe we
that's
should
what I'm saddest
rephrase
about.
the question.
Yeah.
Which pedal are you saddest that got stolen?
Yeah, that one.
If you could have any pedal back.
That one.
Oh,
Cheers,
I think
guys.
Sorry.
is that cruel enough yet?
No.
No. Right, let's go for more. What's one thing that you're looking forward to in 2026?
Working with more people.
Working with more people?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an easy one.
Yeah.
Late night writing or early morning session?
Oh, late night.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Yeah.
One artist you wish you could support on tour?
Right now, Fontaines.
Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
I think
we've done, haven't
I'm
we?
quite happy.
It was quickfire.
Yeah. I think we've nailed it.
That was
Yeah.
the quickest fire quick round we've ever done. Congratulations.
Can I choose
Phil.
different lyrics, please?
I think you should get a medal for that, actually.
I
I'm
think
not
so,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
Okay.
It started off, I was worried.
Yeah, so
I was
that.
worried.
Yeah.
But you did well.
Thanks,
right,
guys.
it's time for you to do a bit of plugging, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you know, where can people find you? Where are they going to be able to see where you're DJing?
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to find your new music?
So, I mean, the easiest place is going to be Instagram. Sana_Asante. That's my handle. And I mean, the link's in the bio, so you can find the music there. I'm on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you stream your stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of playing, I'm going to be doing a few radio shows in London over the next 2 or 3 months, and DJing around the city. I work very closely with an organisation called Sublime Events, so plug for those guys.
Big plug, yeah.
And also SSS Studios. We've been working quite closely with each other. So if you catch some of their events, then you might catch some of my gigs and stuff
Cool.
too.
And I assume you'll be posting about it on Instagram as well.
Posting about it all the time, yeah. Getting in that algorithm.
Absolutely.
You're good at that, actually.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think you're
I
good at
appreciate
that.
Better than
But I
us.
feel like you're not being totally honest.
Well,
But
I'm,
thank you. If
the
it
standard's
appears
pretty
that
low,
way,
mate.
then
I'm
glad
practically
about that.
non-existent.
I'd be like, that's not true.
From where we're standing, the
It's never
standard's pretty
easy.
low. You don't have to go far to go above the parapet.
It's not easy.
It's
but
awful.
It
I
is
hate it.
unfortunately necessary.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, that kind of wraps up another episode of Indie Tea Talk. I thank you so much for coming down.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Or
It's
up,
been great.
depending on which way you're looking at the map, I suppose.
Well, they came from York this morning.
Yes.
So
Up.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah.
So,
I have no idea where we are.
To the
be
left
honest,
a
right
bit.
now.
We're just near the sea and it's full of snow. That's all
Yeah.
you need to know. Big thanks for coming up. Big thank you for everybody watching and listening. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram. All the links will be below. Do subscribe. It's a massive help. And until next time, thank you very much.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.